And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents. We are live here in Louisville, Kentucky. Really excited about today's episode. We're joined today by Fonz Brown. He's joining us at a very special place. Today, we're joined at the Kentucky Bourbon Art Gallery in Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to talk to Fonz about what it's been like for him to build his brand and his business. Also has been able to give back to the community as well. You all may remember when I made my very first trip to Louisville, Kentucky back in 2023. Fonz was one of the individuals I got a chance to interview then. We'll talk about the impact he's been able to make, but also what's coming up as well. We are simulcasting our broadcast, so we welcome those tuning in on Amazon Live, also those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, as well as on Instagram. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys do let me know in the comment section. We have that open for you guys. Texas boy, good to be able to see you over on the IG side. Glad you could join us as well. But Fonz, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, man, for having me. Glad to have you back in the city.
Man, glad to do it. And thank you for letting me know about the Kentucky Bourbon Art Gallery, man. We're going to be showing our audience more about that a little bit later. But I want to talk about impact with you, Fonz, because you've been able to do a lot of things in the community, but also to show other people what's possible. So what's that been like for you to see the impact you've been able to make on the city?
Man, it's been great, man. Like I said, everything that I do, it's been a blessing. You know, like I said, I come from harsh background, so to be able to transition from where I came from and to be able to show other youngins, you know what I mean, that you actually can do it, man, there's no greater feeling than that. You know, like I said, a lot of people don't understand that you can't actually do some of these things that are in your mind. You know, God drops ideas on your mind for a reason. You know what I mean? It's just up to you to execute. So I just try to make sure I'm executing the best I can and, you know, represent my city the way it needs to be right.
Yeah. Have you always known that it was possible? Because I think for a lot of people, Fonz, they look at where they're from and they don't think that it's possible for them. Like, you know, growing up in Mississippi, I heard all the time that you're limited as to what you can do because of where you're from. Did you ever feel that limitation?
Yes. Growing up, when you are trying to figure your way, you know what I'm saying, and you have so many distractions that can pull you here, pull you there, lack of leadership, male leadership, you know what I'm saying? It seems like a dream, you know what I mean? You see it on TV, even if you feel like you're just as good or even better, you know what I mean? It still feels so far away because you really don't have that lane. You don't have that avenue to even figure out how to get there. So you kind of, you know, you grow up, your dreams perish, you go find you a job, you know what I mean? So definitely to be able to see this come to fruition, man, like I said, again, it's just been a blessing.
Yeah. So I want to talk about those that you've been able to reach, Fonz, because you've been able to reach people in a lot of different ways. You have your business, you've been able to do with BMG. We're going to talk more about that. But also what you've been able to do when it comes to bringing entertainment and excellence to events as well. What has that been like for you to see the people that you've been able to inspire?
Oh, man, you know, it's been great because, like I said, a lot of people here, the thing with us at BMG, what we do, we give opportunities. You know what I mean? We give a voice to some that don't have it. You know, we use our platform to highlight other people's platforms. You know what I mean? So that's why we build so many relationships like we do with fashion. You know, we deal with music. We deal with spoken word poetry. We deal with car clubs, car enthusiasts, you know, things like that. So by being able to tap in so many different, you know, genres, it keeps us relevant and at the same time help these other people who may not have that platform or that eye, that buzz, capabilities to move around the city how we have it.
Yeah. I mentioned BMG. Let our viewers know exactly how it started and how it's grown.
BMG, Brown McKenzie Group. That's my business partner, Ethan McKenzie's last name as well. We've been, you know, rocking with each other for a little over 20-some years. We met at a hospital working there, and we had love for music, you know. We pursued it, traveled, you know, grew that bond, you know, as far as brothers. Unfortunately, I ended up getting shot, had to learn how to walk all over again. So it kind of deterred some of the things that we planned for music. Once I got my legs back up under me, we kind of transitioned to really trying to give back, you know what I mean? Building, you know, great teams of people, you know what I'm saying, that can give back to the community. You know, it started with my car club thing, Mopar Muscle. We rode with a lot of Chargers, a lot of Challengers, Hellcats, all of that thing. But when we did it, we used it for good. You know what I mean? We used it to pull up at like St. Jude's hospitals, you know, where kids are, Home of the Innocents, you know what I'm saying, women and children's shelters and things like that. Letting kids see that and going back to what you just said, showing them that it is possible to get these type of things without doing the illegal activities. You can go to work, you can be a family man, you can handle your business, and you can still get this, So that's where it kind of spawned from. Then it was like, okay, we seen the impact that they had. We seen how the kids gravitated to us. So we felt like, okay, that gives us an opportunity to talk to them, So if the cars is pulling them in, when we pull them in, we're going to just drop something real on them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was.
And I think that's the big thing. And you've been able to reach people of all ages. Hello to you, Visionary One. Good to be able to see you over on IG. Chosen Pen Publishing, good to be able to see you. For those who are just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Webb Presents here in Louisville, Kentucky. We're back we're back with Fonz Brown. We're here for the very first time at a very special place here in Louisville, Kentucky. That being the Kentucky Bourbon Art Gallery. Again, we're going to be showing you guys more of that here in just a bit. So make sure you guys do stay tuned. I want to talk about what you just mentioned. You just mentioned almost in passing about being shot.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So going back to what's possible, a lot of times we get to a place, right? It seems like everything is going well, and then something happens.
Yeah.
And then we have a decision to make, whether we're going to let that thing stop us or use it as fuel to keep going. How did getting shot, how did that affect you?
Man, it's crazy because people ask me this all the time, and I always tell them, to be honest, it was the best thing that happened to me. It may sound crazy to some, but it slowed me down. You know what I mean? I was so running around. I'm trying to do the music thing at the same time, have foot out here in these streets in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it sat me down for those couple of years, and it let me see really who I had in my corner, who I really call friends or homies or whatever you say. And it was really, really slim. You know what I mean? So I always knew I wanted to do something, but that just let me know I can't deal with the same crowd or the same type of people if I want a different outcome. So I had to change literally everything. So once I got strong enough, once my legs got back up under me and I started walking on my own, got rid of the wheelchair, the crutches and the walkers, I changed direction. And I use my story now, and I talk to a lot of these kids, and it grabs them immediately. You know what I mean? It relates to them with all the rappers or whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm not glorifying getting there. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Don't go out there trying to get shot for a story. But if you somehow come across something like that, and God blesses you with the opportunity to be able to tell that story, let's give the real story. Let's let them know really, how to avoid these type of situations. So, that's what it is. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
Oh, good. So, and I think that is the other big thing here, Fonz, because again, you're always thinking about not only yourself, how you can better yourself, but also the impact you can have on others. So let's talk about the modeling thing, because I think a lot of people, that's been a big part of you, the way you present yourself, but also the opportunities you've made available. Talk to us about what was it about modeling, fashion, and bringing it together that kind of began it for you?
Well, I've always liked staying fly. You know what I'm saying? Me and he, we started Louisville Fly Society Men's Group, where we dress real dapper, another organization where we show young men how to dress, how to move, how to, court women the correct way, things like that, But, I was just sitting around one day and I got to flipping through TV, and it was New York Fashion Week. I was watching, I found myself just intrigued, and I got to thinking about how Louisville has so much opportunity. We have a lot of designers here. We have a lot of people who are into fashion, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are fashion here in Louisville as well. So I linked with Dillard's, St. Matthew's Mall, got with my guy George Tanner over there at Dillard's. And I sat down, we had lunch, gave him my vision on what I would like to do with Dillard's After Dark. And here we are, year 3, So I've had hundreds of models, come out now. We have a Rolodex full of models. So we're just growing, man.
Yeah. So talk to us about what it's been like for you to know that you can provide other opportunities for others, because that's a big thing, to be able to not only do something that you enjoy, Fonz, but also provide opportunities for models and others. What has that been like for you?
It's been great because the city is full of gatekeepers. You know what I mean? A lot of people who want to hold all their connections, like me personally, if I feel like you're dope at something, even if we do the same thing, you could be better than me. Maybe I can help you if I have something you don't have. You know what I'm saying? They can catapult you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can work together again. If not, it just wasn't meant to be. but I'll get my blessing later on down the line. Because like I said, I'm not ever going to hold a connect from anybody. I'm just not that guy. I want to see this city prosper. And the only way it's going to prosper, like in California, New York, Atlanta, Florida, any of that, we got to start networking together. You know what I mean? We got to really start, trading cards and really giving information that's not yours. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you with, my guy Chris, I'm telling you who you are. They do their bourbon thing here. You know what I'm saying? So that's an opportunity for them. The opportunity for you is just what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
Yeah, and I think it really reminds other people about what's possible. Hello to you, Dr. Brown. I'm going to be able to see you over there on the Facebook side. Glad you could be able to be with us. Fonz Brown is our guest for this segment here at Cyrus Webb Presents here in Louisville, Kentucky. Again, we're at the Kentucky Bourbon Art Gallery. And again, I'm going to be showing you guys more about that. A lot of great art here. I mean, great atmosphere. And we're going to talk more about what they're doing here to the impact the community and to give people opportunities. Last thing I want to talk to you about, Fonz, is about the importance of the dream. Because I think everything begins there. I know for me it has. How important has it been for you, even if the dream kind of grows into other areas? How important has it been for you to not give up on dreaming?
Oh, man, it's been really important. I mean, at some point you have to make a decision of what you really want to do. Are you going to pursue your dream? Or are you going to just let it stay stagnant? Are you going to listen to people that say it's never happened because their dream is diminished? You know what I mean? Or are you going to keep your wheels rolling? And like, me working in the school system, I can see the dreamers, but at the same time, I can also see where that dream will get crushed, you know what I mean, with temperament, with not knowing how to cope with people, not knowing how to communicate with people. And I think that is something that we need to try to hone in more, is trying to get these youngins to know how to deal with their emotions. You know what I mean? They have so many emotions, and they're growing up trying to figure out life, trying to figure out the world. I mean, so to dream, it may be the last thing, you know what I mean? Because everything is such a now. Right. Now. You know what I'm saying? So you really don't even get an opportunity to see who you really are, who you can really be. So, just constantly showing these kids, or constantly just pushing them towards their dreams. Like, what I do when I'm in the schools, if I find out, my goal is to find out what you like to do. I may see you walk around these halls all day, not in class one time. I'll stop you and ask you, what is your plans? What do you like to do? 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, I probably know somebody who do what you want to do. Yeah. So I want to connect you to that resource, and let's start that early. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure you get connected before you get connected to something that's going to be detrimental to your livelihood or your freedom. You know what I mean? Let's fuel the dream. We have to make sure that we are feeding it. I say it all the time. People let me crazy. Kids need someone that they can disappoint. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have that, who cares? You know what I mean? But, at some point, Big Mama's cool. You know what I'm saying? Aunt's cool. But we need that daddy. We need that uncle. We need that, when I grew up on the block, the OGs told us get off the block. You know what I mean? We doing grown-up stuff out here. Go home. You know what I mean? Now they welcome the kids to the block to help do what they do, and that's not going to help their dream whatsoever, man. So like I said, anytime I have an opportunity to be able to bless these kids with a connection from anybody that I know to help fuel their dream, I'm going to do it, because I never had that help. I know I made the Mickey Mouse Club when I was a child. I actually did the audition, did all of that, but I was sold a dream by my father to just come to Atlanta, we can do this and that. And I let that be. You know what I'm saying? I won't be with my dad. I've never been down to Atlanta. I've never kicked it with my daddy. You know what I mean? This and that. Never did anything that we were supposed to do there. Missed that opportunity. So, but I was dreaming at a young age. And then once I started seeing so many disappointments, you know what I'm saying? It pushed my dreams to the back burner. Now I'm living in reality of having to figure out how I need to move to maneuver around the city. And unfortunately, a lot of it wasn't the right way.
Yeah, got it. And I think, again, that really can help people too, Fonz, and know that you can be able to get off course and still be able to find your way. Hello to you, Tina. Thanks for joining us there in Texas. Let's see. Dr. Velma says, good work inspiring children. Thanks, totally agree with that, Dr. Velma. So I want to talk about what's coming up, because you have a lot of things that's coming up. Yeah. Let our viewers know, because I'm going to definitely be coming back here, Fonz. Let them know what's coming up for you.
Right now, we are working on a fashion show called Runway on the River. where we're looking to partner with Prospect Yacht Club. You know, we got a lot of boats and things like that. We were going to do it at Bowman Field Airport, but time and trying to match up everything just wasn't working correctly. So we're looking to do it at the Yacht Club this time. We have West Side Day Peace Fest. We started in 2016, one of our first events. This year, we want to utilize almost every bouncy house organization in the city, every video game bus, big phone, just pretty much community day for the kids down there. We're looking to do that in August. Dealers After Dark 3. Again, we get the mall after hours when it's closed down. This is something that has never been done.
Right.
Any fashion shows that were going in the mall was always going on during mall hours. We get the mall when it's all the way closed to go in and put on a huge production with dealers and highlight dealers' clothes. But I also told dealers I have to make sure we highlight some of our city, African-American artists' clothes too as well, because we have so many with that. Here where we are right now at the gallery, we will be hosting a number of spoken word poetry nights, neo soul nights. The neo soul scene here is huge, but we don't have that platform. So we're going to be able to provide that platform where you may be able to come see some new up and coming artists. No telling who you'll be able to see here. The bourbon company, Bro Brothers Bourbon, now a brand ambassador for them. So I'll be around, talking about the bourbon and things like that. Being from Kentucky, a bourbon city and state, you know what I mean? And I'm a bourbon drinker. They reached out to me. They seen me with another brand. I don't even want to say the brand, but they saw me with another brand. It's like, yo, man, you're from the city. Let us, see what we can do together. So, Greg Lokes Cigars. Looking to have our own cigar through Greg Lokes. Just trying to keep it moving, man. Just keep working.
Well, a lot of great things happening for Sure Fonz. Congratulations to you on all the success. How can our viewers stay connected with you, man?
You can hit me, Facebook, Fonz Brown, Fonz Brown on Facebook, 502 Fonz on Instagram. You can drop me an email, brownfonz502@gmail.com. I try to make sure I hit everybody back as soon as I can. Give me a day or two because I can really be busy, but I will respond if you hit me. So let me.
Well, Fonz, thank you again for spending some time. Thanks for the introduction, and thanks you for the introduction to the art gallery. Again, we're going to be showcasing more of that, and we thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents here in Louisville, Kentucky. Until next time, I'm Cyrus Webb, and thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
That's right.